Everybody, it's me, Jessica, your health fitness program manager, and I'm about to guide you through today's lit workout. I definitely recommend that you have some weights. If you don't have weights, do you have some water bottles that you can hold on to just for a little extra challenge? If you're brand new to finding some upper body engagement, just go through the motions. I'm going to make sure everything's streaming, okay? Because I know that it is a disgusting looking day outside here in the DMV, and that makes lighting not so great. Also, I feel bad. I don't want to turn the bird's light off. Let's see what happens if I do. It's a delayed reaction. Okay, well, let's get started with our workout. First thing that we're going to do is just laterally step side to side with some shoulder rolls. And if you want, you can tuck your shirt in like a winner. Mm-hmm. Right. Just rolling your shoulders up, back, and down, and then change direction of your shoulders. Last two like this. Just cross your arms, one on top of the other. Working to squeeze your shoulder blades together behind you, down and back. Also, think about trying to bring your pinky fingers together. Oh my gosh, allergy season is murdering me this morning. Pardon me, I need to get a tissue. Pardon me, I'm also going to blow my nose. Sorry. Okay, so continuing on, next up, we're just going to sink on down into a squat. So open your feet really nice and wide. Sink down into your squat, kind of in a sumo squat, knees out wide, toes pointed out wide. And we're just going to come back to some of these arm circles. So maybe you lead with your elbow to begin with. Can you try and keep your core to the center? So instead of turning side to side, as your arms go around, your arms just go around. You got some weight in your heels. We got three more in this direction. Two, one, and now just change direction. So just getting a little morning warm up into your legs. 4 more seconds. You're worth it. Four, three, two, one. Go ahead, stand yourself up. Come on into a march. Oh my gosh, clearly can't figure out what to do with my shirt today. You can stay marching in place or start marching back and forth. I want you to once again think about swinging your arms because we got that upper body focus. We're just moving our legs because they're the largest muscle group and to get our heart rate going just a little bit. I think your heart rate is going to come up a bit today because we're not really taking big breaks between our sets. We're going to go right from set one, picking up over here, and do its repeat. And let's do that right now. So your first move of the day is going to be in around the world. You're going to start with some weights in front of you, shoulders rolled down and back, tapping the heads of the weight together at the base, and then inhaling arms all the way up overhead, tapping together above your shoulders. Hold on while I change my shirt again for some modesty. I don't know why I'm so paranoid about having skin show on YouTube. All right, on 3, 2, 1, begin. So we got 30 seconds of work. Tapping the head of the dumbbells together, inhaling up with control, bringing it up overhead. And you're not just like letting your arms raise and lower. As your arms come out wide, 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 squeezing your shoulder blades together to find that big lift and controlling nice and slow on the way down. So it's not about getting in as many as you can. Maybe even moving nice and slow is going to help you get a little bit more engaged in tune with your muscles. We made it. That was move number 1. Move number 2 is going to be a hammer curl with a posture curl. So arms relaxed down by your side, shoulders down and back. Let's begin together. Start in 90 degrees. This is a long break. All right, tap up at your shoulders, back down at your sides, turn your palms to face up, open into a W. Try not to let your rib cage flare, and then back down. Maybe this one wasn't the hammer curl, a regular bicep curl. I will be sure to adjust the comment. But each time these arms go out, don't let your rib cage flare all the way out. You're staying really nice and tight at the center line. You made it. Next move is going to be rows. So we're going to take a gentle little hinge, glutes come behind you, nice flat back, length from your spine, and squeeze your shoulder blades back and together, and then lower your arms right back to begin. Maybe we'll do some different rows since there's so many different ways to do a row. Right now we're getting that nice low row. I have my palms facing in. If you want a little change the second half, turn your palms to face up. Palms facing up, still squeezing, shoulder blades together. Does that feel a little bit different? Keep breathing, keep your core pulled in nice and tight. So drawing in from your lower belly protects your back when you're hinged. Almost there. Press through your heels, stand yourself up. We're going to bring our weight up nice and high and wide, elbows in line with your shoulders. We're going to get 3 big pumps on each side, one at a time, and then together. Let's start with the right arm, 3 pumps. 3, 2, 1. Elbow in line with your shoulder, 3 pumps. If you can't keep your elbow in line with your shoulder, that's okay. Both arms. And repeat again. So maybe you're kind of tired and you need to even rest one arm down. I want you to do whatever it is that you need to do so that you just keep going through this 30-second interval. And I want you to ask yourself right now, how are these weights that you're using? You made it. Relax your arms down by your side. Next up, we've got our hammer curl to a 90-degree raise. Here we go. So now we're starting with our arms in 90. We're going to come back to this motion. Hands, palms in line with your elbows. Shoulders down and back. Bicep curl to your elbows. And now elbows raising to the side. Make sure, or do your best, I should say, to keep your hands, palms in line with your elbows. So we're not trying to have chicken wings coming in. That usually means that your weights are a little bit too heavy for you today. And think about like you're pressing a book or a bookshelf up. It's a nice way to think with the outside of your elbows. We got one more move. It is a straight arm tricep extension. So take a nice hinge. Can you have your palms facing towards the back of the room? There can be a slight bend in your arms. We're just going to send them all the way back and then release them back down. That's the whole move. You can even give yourself a little pump at the top to get a little bit more into your triceps. And if that's not for you today, just find that gentle, intentional press to the back and release down. So I'm not just swinging my arms side to side. I'm really thinking about squeezing at the top and then lower down. We got about 5 seconds left from right now. 3, 2, 1. Press through your heels, stand up. We're coming back to move number 1, the around the world. Now ask yourself again, how are your weights? Could you do something heavier? I think I could, so I'm going to try. I can always switch back to these slightly lighter weights as needed. Here we go. Tap it at the bottom, tapping all the way to the top. If you, like me, switch to a heavier weight, you might find that you're not going to get as many reps in. That's okay. If you're trying to build strength, if you're trying to actually add muscle, you got to challenge yourself. Do the hardest thing that you can for today. Awesome. Our next move, coming back to our bicep curl with our posture curl. So palms facing up, still starting at 90. You can already join me right here, get a little extra challenge into your biceps, shoulders down and back. Curl to the shoulders, back to your 90. Open nice and wide. Keep your rib cage knit tight. So you're really drawing in from the center line. Nice, slow, and controlled movements. Getting hot in here. All right, next up we've got our 3 pump overhead presses. Shoulders down and back. You get ready. Bring those arms out nice and wide. And begin. 3 pumps to one arm, all the way up to the sky. 3 pumps to the other arm, like you're trying to touch the ceiling. And then both at the same time. If you need to, take a second, take a rest, relax your arms down, and then curl them right back up. Extra challenge, keeping your arm extended all the way up overhead instead of keeping your arm at that 90 degree. Just gonna finish out this round. Next up, we're coming into our, oh my gosh, hammer curls. Ready? Shoulders down and back, hammer curl into your 90 degree bent arm raise. So hammer curl, 290, hands, palms, doing their best to stay in line with your elbows, no chicken wings. This is the one where switching to the heavier weight, I feel the most. Just gonna slow down a little bit more to move mindfully. Oh, thank goodness we did it. And then we've got our straight arm tricep extension. Missed move. All right, belly pulled in nice and tight. Ready? I did. We missed the row. We're going to get it next. So maybe you're getting that extra pump. If this is really hard, turn your palms to face in towards each other. Might be a little bit easier to get that straight arm press with your palms facing in versus palms facing up towards the wall behind you, which gives a little bit more of the forearm, the wrist involved. Your weight is also going to determine it. And let's get a row. So this time, mixing the rows up, we're going to go for an upright row. So shoulders down and back, doing your best to let your elbows lead and then lower. Like there's a string, like you're a marionette. You ready? So shoulders down and back, elbows, 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 elbows. Squeeze your upper back at the top and then slowly lower down. So my elbows are higher the whole time. Even if you find your elbows are just right here, maybe they're in line with your shoulders as opposed to raised really high. You know, I have an enviable amount of range of motion with my shoulders in the upper back, but I also promise you, I worked on it really hard. So maybe you'll join me for yoga later. All right, take a break. We're coming back to round 1. I'm going to try these same delightful heavy weights again. We've got our around the world. Last round, and then we get to stretch it out. Palms face forward, tapping at the pinkies, shoulders down and back. Make sure you're getting that good form. You're starting with your good form each time. And remember, you can switch to a lighter weight. You can put the weight down completely. I want you to feel like you're in control of this movement, using your breath also. We are so close. We did it. Oh my gosh, great. Next up, we've got that bicep curl into our posture curl. Shoulders down and back. Maybe shake it out for a second. Are you ready? Join me in this bicep tension to begin and start. Up to the top, to the elbow, open up nice and wide, and then to the floor. To the windows, to the walls. Till our strength keeps gaining, y'all. I know what you thought I was going to say. Focus on those ribs. I know they want to flare out, but you're doing your best to keep them pulled in. Woo! Nice and tight. Great. Well, I felt my triceps that time too. Let's come on back to the row. Let's come into a hinge row again. This time we're going to go for a nice wide row. So wide to the side like you're a scarecrow. Ready? Go for it. So getting a nice row again for the upper back. Ooh, it is a rainy day weekend here in your nation's capital, y'all. I'm excited because April showers bring cucumbers, which I'm selling, this summer. So if you're interested in some organic, locally grown, you let me know. All right, so next up, we've got our triple pump press. Last time through. How's that upper body feeling? Mine is starting to feel a little tired. All right. Option to have your arms all the way up overhead to get more of a lat pull down. 3 pull downs or 3 presses. This is a little bit more challenging to continue to hold a maybe heavier weight up overhead with control. So remember, if you don't want to do that, then you can also still be right here, just working to find that press up and then coming back to your goalpost arms. We're almost there. And your weight's dictating your pace. Oh my gosh, we did it. I only got in 1 round. Next up, we've got our hammer curl to the 90-degree raise. Let's bring that bicep tension right now. So find your 90 degrees with your arms, shoulders down and back, chest lift, your belly in, head of the weights to your shoulders, elbows in line with your shoulders. Remember, like you're pressing something up. Oh my gosh, it's like we're a DeLorean, right? That's how that car opened. Like, I'm sure there's probably a lot of minivans that also do that these days. I don't know. Basically single with no children. So you guys got to tell me. All right. So next up, last move. Oh my God, we made it. We've got our straight arm tricep press, and you're going to give it your all because this is the last move. And by your all, I mean, let's get some pumps at the back. So a little pulse at the back. Here we go. So at least 1 pulse at the back before you bring it back down. Maybe you add a pulse each time. Whew. You've only got 20 seconds left to go. Keep that nice long length in your spine through the crown of your head. I do not want to get to a 5th pump here. We made it. Great. Go ahead, put your weights down. I want you to just take a moment, shake your arms out. Let's come on back to our lateral side to side step taps and just crossing one arm over the other. And then I want you to just come into a march, a little bit of enhanced shoulder action, like we're in a parade. Y'all, you know I like to keep it weird. It's a Friday. We made it to the weekend. I am so incredibly thankful. All right, go ahead, plant your feet, bend your knees. We're going to inhale arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, cactus your arms. Push your chest forward, squeeze your glutes, press your hips forward. Little standing supported back bend. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms relax down by your side. We're going to do that 2 more times. Bend your knees, inhale, arms all the way up towards the sky. You're going to cactus your arms, lifting your chest, squeezing your glutes, hips come forward just a little bit. Inhale, straighten everything up. Exhale, arms down by your side. Last time, bend your knees. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, cactus your arms, standing supported back bend, belly in, squeeze your glutes, hips forward. Arms up towards the sky. Exhale, interlace your fingers behind your back. Stretch your knuckles down towards the floor. So shoulders are rolled down and back. I want you to see if you can even bring your hands away from your glutes. Let's try it 3 times. Try and bring your hands away from your glutes and bring them back. Shoulders still down and back. Exhale, see if you can bring them away. Inhale, bring it back. Last time, bring it away. Bring it back, release. Shake it out for a second. Hands, palms in front of you. Cross over your hands, palms, and then turn twist. So I just got a twist in my arms in front. You're going to tuck your chin to your chest and press your knuckles towards the wall away from you. A little extra stretch through your upper back, I think. And then let's come back in, switch our wrists. So opposite wrist on top. Find that big push. Feels so good. Inhale your arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, relax your arms down by your side. Take a moment. Let's open our feet nice and wide, just like where we started, and sink down into a squat, into Malasana, a little horse pose. So drop one shoulder forward. You can look over your shoulder, lots of weight in your heels, bringing that stretch a little bit more down your lats. And then look over your other shoulder. And then because you're amazing and you're worth it, come back to center. Give yourself a couple of cat-cows really fast. One more. Nice. And then slowly roll yourself all the way up. You can be as dramatic as you want because you're amazing. You showed up for yourself today. Woo! Self-pride. Step your feet together. Relax your arms down by your side. You did it. All right. I hope I'll see you this afternoon for some yin yoga. Whatever you do, have a wonderful rest of your day.